it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Craft and welcome to Top Tip Tuesday. And this is the second video on adhesives. Last week I did just an introduction to the adhesives that we have within the Stampin' App catalogue, and today I am starting with seal. So this is my seal. We're going to pop down and have a look at a seal, so bear with me. Seal comes, when you first order it, you get your case and you get this already in situ. This is actually a refill, really easy to refill. You just take that out, open up the new one and pop it in. So really simple, really easy. Seal is a continuous permanent adhesive, so it's a continuous strip. I'm trying to think what's going to be easiest for you to see it on. Don't know that's going to show, but we'll give it. Oh yes, you can. So that is a continuous strip of adhesive. Seal is brilliant for sticking paper to card, card to card, for basic card making. I have heard that some people in humid conditions find it not quite as permanent, but certainly in the UK where we have a temperate climate, I've never had a problem with seal. You can break it, as in get it to unstick. So if I burnish that down well, let's see what happens when I try and pull it apart. So this will come apart, but it will stick permanently, as in it won't just give up, but it will come apart. So very good for making cards. I would not, simply because of what it's just done, I would not use it for boxes. This is not for construction. I would be tempted to not use it on very fancy folds. So if you're doing waterfall cards, anything that involves pulling or structure that is under tension, if that makes sense. So some of those lovely bendy cards where you have a bit curving at the front, I would be tempted to not use seal. But for a basic card, this is one I made yesterday on my live. I actually used Seal Plus for this, but if it was just a basic card, I would just use seal. I used Seal Plus purely because it's got vellum, and vellum can be a bit naughty when it comes to adhesive. So if I grab a piece of vellum, let me just chop that for you while I'm thinking about vellum. Now, vellum is a whole other video. Vellum and adhesive is always a challenge. But let me show you what happens with vellum on seal on vellum. So this is just ordinary seal. So I put half a strip on. So it will show through. So if I pop that, I think you might just be able to see, particularly if you burnish it, it does show through. On a darker colour it shows through even more. That's probably better. So I wouldn't use it as a visible adhesive on vellum, but it's quite easy to pull apart. It's got less vellum just doesn't take adhesive as well. So yeah, I would be tempted to always use Seal Plus on vellum if I'm using one of the seals. But for basic matting and layering, which is basically what we're doing with this, so if I wanted to have that there and then add a mat onto it, that will be fine. Now if you do put it in the wrong place and you don't want to bend your card, what you can do is just twist, and if you twist it, it will come apart reasonably easily, whereas if you pull it, you are going to get some sort of curl in your card. But if you just twist, it will keep everything nice and flat, and you just twist it off. But it is a permanent adhesive. The tape runners they seem to go on forever. Let me show you in the catalogue. I can never find adhesive in the catalogue, so let's have a look. Adhesives 127. I need to do little tabs on my catalogue so I know where the adhesives are. So where have we got it? Where are you, Seal? Here you are, Seal and Seal Plus. So for the initial purchase, this is £7.50. With the refill in. The refill on its own is £5.25. Now I keep these in stock all the time, and I can send these out to you whenever you need them. If you're in the UK, that's not a problem. I'll just ask you to pay for whatever the postage is. As I say, I always keep adhesive in stock so that my customers have the opportunity to order quickly and inexpensively if they run out and they're not putting in an order. But Seal, you get 15 metres, which is 16.4 yards on a refill. So it's a lot of adhesive. It's acid free, so if you're doing memory keeping, it's not going to cause problems on your photographs. You can put it on the back of your photograph and it's not going to damage the photograph. So it does all the right things. And it does say on here, holds cardstock and ribbon. Again, I wouldn't be tempted to use it for ribbon. It is okay for ribbon, but I would tend to use Seal Plus. But it says instant bond, permanent adhesive, holds cardstock and ribbon. As I say, this, great for cards, brilliant for cards. Don't use it for 3D projects. We will come on to what I would use for 3D projects next week, or one of the options for 3D projects. There are a number, but for today, Seal, quick and easy. Just roll it down. Let me show you how to stop it. So you do sometimes need to just encourage it to roll, so just use your thumb. When you want to stop, I tend to stop and just lift up. It does sometimes string if you do that, but if I just start it again, stop, and you can do a little twist, but you don't want to do anything too exciting, otherwise the tape will go off the side. I mean, it won't go completely off the side, but just a little finish at the end. It's not like the old fuse was, where you had to do a whole exercise. It's you just stop and break it. So there you go. I mean, you can do, of course it won't. No, it might. What can sometimes happen if you're too gentle is it's not playing. It's not going to play. You can sometimes, if you just lift it off, you end up with the whole stringy thing. So just stop and bring it up. It's fine, it's easy. And then, as I say, just pop it onto your card, your paper. You don't need to put it all the way around the outside of your card. As I say, it will bond permanently. Paper in particular is really good with it. So let me bring in a piece of paper. I'm sorry, this is Magenta Madness I'm just using up. So this is a piece of, just a scrap of the current In Colour Designer Series paper. Today is the last day you can get the In Colour starter kit. You know, it's, if I pull on that, that ain't going anywhere. So if this is a card, that isn't going anywhere. It's only if you start pulling it up that it will come apart. But you know, I'm putting quite a lot of pressure on that, and it ain't going anywhere. So there we go. A bit of a ramble about Seal. I hope you found that interesting, and I'll be back next week for Seal Plus. Any questions, ask those below the description bar, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you've found that helpful, a thumbs up's always good. And if you don't already subscribe, the bottom right hand corner is your friend. Click on that subscribe button. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again very soon, I hope. Fare thee well.